My first 10 days have been spent in Perth. It's a city of 2.3 million people, sits on the western coast of Australia. The west coast as an entity is relaxed, laid back. When you think of Australia, you think of beach towns, white boys, blonde hair and blue eyes. Oh, and bare feet as well, actually. If Perth was a mathematical equation, it would be beach bums divided by meth addicts to the power housing crisis. Meth heads are my favourite type of crackhead. When they aren't in psychosis or withdrawing, they're pretty friendly and pretty well put together. It's just their demons bringing them to a state of inertia. Perth isn't perfect. It has the element all global cities have now that's been infiltrated by the monoculture that is the internet. Previous fashion zeitgeist was plain t-shirts, New Balance shoes, all kitted out to protect bland individual souls. Now the global cool kids have realized that dressing like you have old money means you probably have no money. Graphic tees have now choked previous oligarchs out of the game because there's no point dressing like Roman Abramovich in a house share. No one has anything interesting to contribute to a world where the internet has made everyone the same. This is the reason why I came to the West Coast, in the hope that I'd find something different. Because I, for one, am sick and tired of individuals who have absolutely zero understanding or ability to comprehend statistics or mathematics now talk about how AI is going to take my job. I spent my first 10 days in Perth in a hostel called Hostel G, right in the centre of the city. And I mean, you can see some of the hostel promotion up here. It wasn't as nice as they're promoting it, but it's got a mixture of people. So typically, all boys will be in a dorm and all girls will be in a dorm, contrary to the promotional material. And the fact that they highlighted the hostel in this way is just honestly brought up to me a hilarious memory. Towards the end of my stay, there was a time where I should have had the dorm to my own. So there's 8 beds in this dorm, and they're bunk beds. Sorry, 6. And there was a moment where I should have had one night free, but the way hostels are, they're very liquid. So people coming in and out, and you never know from which day to which day how the demand's gonna take. So by the sort of penultimate day, when all of the people who'd been there had left, I got these new people, and we did have a girl from Leeds in our dorm, and she was one of the weirdest people I'd ever met. Now, it says a lot about the state of society, because when you're in a dorm, I always say hello to people and try and get a bit of a gist of who I'm sleeping next to, because I don't want to wake up in the night with a Stanley Nice in my butthole. So I was the first one to obviously just say hello, where you're from. And she was from Leeds. And I asked her what she did. And she said she had 2 businesses, which is, again, a state of play to examine, because she also worked FIFO. So FIFO stands for fly in, fly out. And it's basically a job model where people fly or go to these mines and spend like 2 weeks working 12-hour shifts, and then they'll have like 1 week off. And they get a lot of money because essentially they're working a lot of hours, basically. And it just had my mind spinning. And she kept repeating herself. She got very irate and agitated. She was going, "I'm here because I want stability. I want stability." So, like, okay, you've got 2 businesses and you're working a job 24-hour flight away from where you are based in order for stability, but you've got 2. What you're trying to express is successful businesses. So really, you have 2 failing businesses and 1 regular job is what people are telling you. Like, I know people who are absolutely bleeding out their ass. They've got what would typically be considered a normal day job, and they're having to come home and work an additional job. Okay, don't get agitated, people. You don't need to go mad. It's a job, and this isn't to make you insane. You don't need to be insane. Guy
And
opposite me, an Irish guy, he was working FIFO, he was a driller in order to save up to become a pilot. And in my younger days, I would have argued with him, but the pilot took the conversation off my hands and I just reclined back into my bunk. Absolute weirdo.